A major gas leak at a chemical plant in Visakhapatnam has left 5 people, including a child, dead and 20 in a critical condition. Around 2,000 people were inside the chemical plant when the hazardous gas leaked. Local administration and the NDRF have sprung into action and are carrying out a massive evacuation drive. 3,000 people have been evacuated from the nearby areas so far. The incident happened at the LG Polymers plant near Gopalapatnam. This happened at around 2:30 a.m. on Thursday. The gas reportedly spread over a radius of about 3 kilometers. Villages, hundreds of people have fallen sick. They're complaining of breathing problems and vomiting. They've been shifted to the King George Hospital in the city. Authorities have said that they're preparing beds for around 1,500 to 2,000 people. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy has inquired about the gas leak incident in Vizag. He's directed district officials to take every possible step to save lives and ensure that the situation is brought under control as soon as possible. Ashish is joining us live with more details on this. Ashish, horrifying scenes coming to light from Visakhapatnam. Any details at this point on the death toll as well as how many people have been affected?
So far, Akshita, if we talk about casualty or fatality due to this gas leak, the number remains 5. So far, official death toll is 5. But yes, the persons who are affected or evacuated from surrounding areas, the number is high. It's quite high. It's almost 3,000 people who were evacuated from nearby areas, nearby residential areas of this particular LG polymer factory in Gopalpuram, in Venkatapuram area of Visakhapatnam, the coastal city of Andhra Pradesh. This gas leak, PVC gas leak, happened from a tank which has almost 2,000 metric ton of gas, and around midnight at around 2:30 a.m. early this morning, the gas leak started. People started feeling after inhaling the gas. They started facing several kind of health problem, and many of them complained breathing problem, and they were rushed out from houses. And many of the deaths which we are gathering the information from the ground happened due to excess inhalation of gas. And now almost 170 people, they are shifted to hospitals, different hospitals, government hospital as well as private hospitals in coastal city of Visakhapatnam. Relief measures are on. What is the kind of relief here is that now the authorities have curtailed or neutralized the gas leakage from the plant. So gas leakage has been stopped now. Now the entire focus is to provide essential health relief to all those persons who have been evacuated.
Ashish, you're telling us that there's a massive evacuation drive. There are questions, however, being asked on how 2,000 people were inside the plant, considering that Vizag is a red zone.
Yes, that's the question. That's the important question which government of Andhra Pradesh has to answer, that how in this lockdown situation, when Andhra Pradesh has, even Visakhapatnam has several cases of COVID-19, the district is also called or marked as red zone district, how this particular factory was allowed to operate, and that too with that huge number of almost 2,000 staff. So it's a big question mark on government. Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy himself is now heading to Visakhapatnam. He'll take a special flight from Amaravati, the capital Amaravati, and reach Visakhapatnam at around 11:45 to 12 noon around. And there he'll see the rescue operation. He'll overview the rescue and relief operation. Meanwhile, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister has also spoken to all the concerned ministers and the district administration. He has instructed them to provide all the relief, all the help to those affected families who have faced the problem because of this tragic gas leak.
Very, very horrifying visuals that are coming to light from Visakhapatnam of women, of children, all of them lying on the road, either having fainted because they've inhaled that gas, some of them having breathing problems, some of them also vomiting. We're going to show you those visuals of people lined up on the roads as people, in fact, passers-by are trying to help them and take them to local hospitals. We understand the preparations are on to take at least 1,500 to 2,000 people to hospitals, and they are suspecting that many people who live nearby could have actually inhaled that hazardous gas. These are the visuals really that are coming in from areas around that chemical plant of people having passed out on the road, of many of them vomiting, having breathing trouble, and authorities trying to rush them as soon as possible to the hospital. We've got Rajiv Kumar Meena, Vizag Police Commissioner, joining us on this broadcast. Sir, can you get us the latest updates that are coming in from Visakhapatnam on the rescue and evacuation operation?
Yeah, morning, ma'am. That already that rescue operation is over.
Okay.
Entire village has been got evacuated, and we have asked people to vacate the village morning itself around 3:30. When we received the call, the announcement was made, and most of the only some of the children and this. Ladies there, those people also have been prepared by rescue teams to the nearby hospital. Most of them prepared to the
Sir, do we know how many people were inside the chemical plant when this happened at 2:30 in the morning?
The plant is not functioning. There. Actually, most of the people who were running to the plant and village, they were affected because of this leak. So that announcement was made to the village, so that people will vacate the house and go away from the village. In that process, most of the people
Sir, your voice, we're having a bit of a problem with your audio line, but if you could just repeat that for us. Were there people inside the chemical plant or no?
No. Chemical plant, only some of the skeleton staff are there, but no worker, laborers are not there.
From reports that we are getting, sir, there were 2,000 people inside the plant. Is that true?
No, it's not correct. It's not correct. There are 2,000 people in the village.
Okay.
Who were affected with this.
Okay, and you're confirming for us now that everyone in nearby villages have completely been evacuated?
Totally, everybody has been got affected, and indirectly have reached so,
Sir, do we have an approximate number of how many people have been affected? How many of them inhaled this hazardous gas and have been admitted to hospital with some symptom or the other?
Yeah, 120 people hospitals. In fact, most of them, they are out of danger.
Okay.
Going on. More than
Okay, Mr. Rajiv Kumar Meena, thank you for taking the time out to speak to us. You've got the Vizag Police Commissioner telling us that the evacuation operation has come to an end, that all villages nearby have completely been evacuated. He's also refuting the fact that there were people inside the plant. He's saying there were very few workers and that was it. And most of the people were in fact in nearby areas near the chemical plant, and that's entirely been cleared off at this point. He's also told us that over 100 people so far have been admitted to hospital with some symptom or the other, but he is confirming that most of them are out of danger. Very, very sad visuals that are coming in. This happened at 2:30 in the morning. By 3:30, authorities had reached the spot. We understand that the gas leak has been contained right now, but the gas, this toxic gas had spread by about 3 kilometers around the plant, which is why so many people have been affected. Many of them complaining of breathing trouble, some of them also vomiting because they inhaled that gas. And those visuals really are horrifying, of people lying on the road, passers-by trying to help them, trying to ensure that they're taken to a hospital immediately, and so many people, children, women, all of them lying on the road seeking help because of the fact that they inhaled that gas. They immediately fainted and were unconscious. But the police commissioner at this point telling us that all help has been sent to that particular area. The gas leak has been contained. The entire area around this gas plant, around this chemical plant, has been completely cleared off and evacuated. Ashish is still with us on this broadcast. Ashish, we just spoke to the Vizag Police Commissioner. He did confirm for us. He's saying that people were not inside the chemical plant. The real challenge was in ensuring that all areas nearby, all villages around that particular plant were evacuated immediately.
Yes, Akshita, I'm in touch with several authorities from Greater Visakhapatnam Municipal Corporation to police to senior administrative persons in capital Amravati as well as industry department, and they have confirmed that yes, the plant, they were employees inside the plant, and the plant leak started from one of the chamber, one of the tank of the plant. The PVC gas was leaked, and now the gas leakage has been neutralized. It is curtailed now. Evacuation process, of course, like Commissioner of Police Visakhapatnam R.K. Meena was telling to our channel that yes, the authorities have evacuated almost 3,000 people who were living around this particular LG polymer plant. Evacuation process has been complete. We can say yes, all these people are shifted to relief camps or safer location. Almost 170 persons are in hospital. 5 persons have lost their life. Many of the persons, almost 20, who are in critical condition are children or elderly, and that's what the local health officials are confirming us. So yes, a large scale, a massive rescue and relief operation has been launched. Chief Minister is continuously monitoring the situation. In fact, he himself is now heading to Visakhapatnam to oversee, to overview and assess the situation on ground.
Prime Minister Modi has also tweeted. He said, and I quote, spoke to officials of MHA and the NDMA regarding the situation in Visakhapatnam, which is being monitored closely. I pray for everyone's safety and well-being in Visakhapatnam. You've also got several other tweets that are coming in, reactions at this point. G. Kishan Reddy, MOS Home, has also in fact put out a statement saying that he is continuously monitoring the situation and that hundreds of people have been affected in the unprecedented and unfortunate event in Vizag. Rahul Gandhi has also in fact tweeted. He said, and I quote, I'm shocked to hear about the Vizag gas leak. I urge our Congress workers and leaders in the area to provide all necessary support and assistance to those affected. My condolences to the families of those who have perished. I pray that those hospitalized make a speedy recovery. So a number of tweets, condolences coming in at this point. Ashish, you were also telling us that Jagan Mohan Reddy has not just inquired about the gas leak incident. He's now headed to Vizag to personally take stock of the situation.
Yes, Akshita. So, Chief Minister Y. Jagan Mohan Reddy, at the moment the information started coming out about this tragic gas leak, he inquired about the situation. He spoke to the district collector as well as local MPs. Remember, Jagan has local minister coming out from Visakhapatnam district, and all of them were asked by Chief Minister to go and supervise the rescue and relief measures. Meanwhile, Chief Minister has decided that he'll take a special flight at 11:45 a.m. and he'll directly land to Visakhapatnam. He'll reach Visakhapatnam, he'll inquire, he'll visit hospitals, he'll have meeting with senior officials, and he'll assess the on-ground situation. Yes, it's a tragic, sad news. It's a very kind of a situation which nobody expected. People were sleeping and suddenly this gas leak started causing a lot of health problem to them, and now they have been shifted, they have been evacuated. In fact, officials are on ground. They are continuously walking on ground with the help of SDRF, State Disaster Relief Force, as well as NDRF, National Disaster Relief Force. So all the authorities are now continuously walking, like you mentioned, from Prime Minister to Ministry of Home Affairs. Everybody is continuously monitoring the situation. Though the Commissioner of Police Visakhapatnam has confirmed that the situation is under control, but still the authorities are continuously, minute by minute, they are monitoring the situation from Chief Minister to Prime Minister. All are keeping eye, watch and following the update related to Visakhapatnam gas leak.
Okay, Ashish, stay with us. Krishna Sagar Rao of the BJP is joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao, very, very unfortunate news that's coming in from Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. We're being told right now that every political party is very closely tracking what's happening there. The central government, we understand, has also taken note of what's happening with the Home Ministry directly tracking all the developments.
It's quite unfortunate that this event is still unfolding, and it has started as reported around 3 a.m. this morning. And as it clearly is evident, it is a poisonous gas leak from one of the companies in and around that 5 villages which are severely affected. And, there are hundreds of people who are now being treated in the government and also private hospitals in the Visakhapatnam, Vizag area. And Bharatiya Janata Party extends our heartfelt condolences to those who are grieving and pain and suffering. And the government, state government, we demand to take immediate steps in providing emergency medical relief, and also to ensure that anybody who is left out in these villages, because as it happened at the wee hours of the morning, there must be possibilities of people left over in these 5 villages which have been evacuated, but not by the officials, but all these individuals randomly evacuated their villages. Now it is important to go home by home and search for any people who are unconsciously still at homes and being affected. This seems to be moving towards a very serious issue, and we only hope and wish it doesn't turn that way. And the emergency medical relief, if provided in time, especially the oxygenation and provision of emergency medical supplies for hundreds of people now who are on the streets and also in hospitals. I think the state government need to act, which I suppose is acting, but they need to act more decisively and more speedily. This is what we believe.
Okay, Krishna Sagar Rao, thank you for joining us. So the BJP saying that all possible resources must be deployed to ensure that everyone is immediately evacuated. The government, meanwhile, has maintained that all steps have been taken to ensure that that entire area around the chemical plant is cleared off. Ashish is continuing to get us the latest on this. Ashish, the statement that's also coming from the Andhra Pradesh DGP, where he said that there have been 7 casualties. He's also confirmed that the plant, as reported earlier, was actually shut due to the countrywide lockdown, and there weren't any workers inside. The worry was all the villages around.
Yes, now DGP of Andhra Pradesh, D. Gautam Sawang, he has spoken on the issue. He is also continuously monitoring the situation. Meanwhile, TDP Chief Chandrababu Naidu, he has also tweeted on this incident, Akshita, and he has asked his party men in Visakhapatnam to help all those persons who are affected. Yes, a large-scale, massive rescue and relief efforts are on from police department to local administration, Greater Hyderabad, Greater Visakhapatnam Municipal Corporation, to everyone. Now they are focusing on providing relief to affected people. There are contradictory versions whether this factory was operational or unoperational. It was closed. But yes, this is the fact. Like Commissioner of Police Visakhapatnam himself confirmed that there were employees inside the factory. And now on the very other hand, DGP Andhra Pradesh is saying that the factory was closed in lockdown. So we need to wait and watch, and we need to further get clarification from the government that how many persons were in fact inside the factory, whether this factory was operational or it was closed, and how this gas leak happened. So yes, a lot of investigation, a lot of questions need to answer in this situation. But currently, all the administrative focus
Ashish,
is on
request you to stay on with us. Newsbreak coming in on the story. In the wake of the situation that is playing out in Visakhapatnam, Prime Minister Modi has now called for a meeting of the NDMA at 11 a.m. So the National Disaster Management Agency will in fact be gathering for a meeting with the Prime Minister. This will be at 11 a.m. where the Prime Minister will be taking stock of the situation in Vizag. He's also tweeted expressing his condolences and saying that he is tracking what's happening very, very closely, and that he's spoken to MHA officials as well as the NDMA. Remember, NDMA as well as NDRF has been deployed in these areas of Vizag to clear out everyone currently in that 3-kilometer radius. That's where the gas has spread from the chemical plant. And after these visuals came to light of people passing out on roads in Visakhapatnam, Prime Minister Modi has called for an emergency meet at 11 a.m. to take stock of the situation. He had tweeted just a few minutes ago saying that I spoke to officials of MHA and NDMA regarding the situation in Visakhapatnam, which is being monitored closely. Ashish, any communication that's coming from the central government, from the MHA to the Andhra government?
You're mentioning about all these tweets from Prime Minister. Yes, Minister of Home Affairs, G. Kishan Reddy, he himself comes from a state of Telangana, neighboring state of Telangana, and he has inquired about the situation. He has in fact tweeted about the situation. He himself has said that the Ministry of Home Affairs continuously monitoring and taking update from state government. The central government is continuously in touch with the state government. So yes, from center to state, everybody is now getting information related to this gas leak. the kind of relief or good news here is that the leakage has been curtailed. Now there is no more leakage. Now the entire focus is on to provide essential relief to all those persons who have been evacuated or who are admitted in the hospital. Remember, largely the effect of this gas, this poisonous gas, is on children and elderly. So focus is on to provide maximum health care or maximum health attention to these children and elderly people who are now undergoing treatment in different hospitals of Visakhapatnam. Visakhapatnam private hospitals are filled with these kind of persons. Visakhapatnam government hospitals are filled, has witnessed several of the people, particularly children and elderly, they are under treatment in Visakhapatnam's government as private hospitals. So yes, the entire machinery working together, multiple machineries working together, center and state governments are in coordination, NDRF is on ground, SDRF is on ground, local police personnel are on ground, municipal personnel are on ground.
Okay.
All are providing, all are helping, all are trying to curtail the effect of this poisonous gas leak.
Chandrababu Naidu has also just tweeted. He said, shocked to learn about the death of 3 people and hundreds being affected by the gas leak from a plant near Visakhapatnam. TDP leaders and cadre must be readily available to help people in distress. I urge everyone to take necessary precautions as advised by the officials. This is really the last thing we needed at a time when we're battling coronavirus, an unprecedented tragedy really that's playing out in Visakhapatnam, where at 2:30 this morning there was a gas leak, toxic gas that leaked from a chemical plant, and it spread to a 3-kilometer radius, particularly in villages surrounding the plant, leading to people having breathing trouble, having vomiting, and many of them also in a critical condition at this point. The Vizag police commissioner has confirmed to us that over 100 people have been admitted to hospitals so far. You can see the kind of visuals that have come to light from early this morning of people who had passed out on the roads. You can see there along the pathway, people lying there, children, women, all of them seeking help as they passed out after inhaling the gas. We understand that the entire area has now been evacuated. Amit Shah has also just tweeted. The Home Minister has said, and I quote, "The incident in Vizag is disturbing. Have spoken to the NDMA officials and concerned authorities. We are continuously and closely monitoring the situation." So the centre, the MHA, is saying that they are in touch with the officials in the Andhra Pradesh government. Amit Shah also saying that he's spoken personally to the NDMA officials as well as concerned authorities. Nirmala Sitharaman has put out a reaction saying that the news of gas leak from a polymer plant in Visakhapatnam is worrying. The NDRF is working together with the state government in performing the first responders' duty. My prayers for the safety of all. Condolences to the families of those deceased. The Andhra Pradesh DGP has so far said that there have been 7 casualties.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.